Clown, you thought getting buried was the end? Nah, that was just the prequel. This is where the flames start licking at what's left of you. And trust me, there ain't much left.
You ain't getting buried twice. You getting erased twice. No remains, no ashes, no trace.
Clan, I'm back like a relapse of every demon you tried to outrun. And a voice in your skull that gets louder when you think you won. I'm the shaking in your hands, the pressure under your tongue, the whisper in your conscience reminding you what you become. You're fragile as burnt paper drifting in the fire pits. When your fear shines through your skin like a flashlight pressed in. You ain't a rival, you're a rumor pretending to grin. Every step you take cracks like cheap porcelain. Your insecurities scream through your posture and tone. You try to wear courage like a jacket, but it never feels like your own. You crumble under tension the way your building's grown. You're a cardboard warrior, you're soaked through and overthrown.
This is cremation mode, where your pride gets set on a pyre of delusion you built and burn slow like old letters soaked in regret and guilt. Your ego curls like photographs catching flame, edges black and memories blister, nothing remains. Your bravado turns liquid, drips down your name. You melt quicker than sugar on a stovetop flame. Everything inside you buckles, bends, breaks. You're a fragile mistake, trembling under the stakes. I spit kerosene sentences that cling to your flaws. Every syllable sparks, ignites and claws through the thin little wall you pretend is toughness, exposing the truth. You a brittle little fucker like a puppet with tangled strings. No strength in your posture, a firecracker with no fuse, no bang, just bluster. I turn you to embers with a breath, a pause. My voice is friction, your pride is gauze. You're already burning, I just accelerate the cause.
Yeah, let's turn the heat high. You scared of the mirror cause everyone's figure you hide. Shows the slump in your shoulders, the fear in your stride. Shows the truth behind every lie you try. Shows the coward you confront when you swallow your pride. You rehearse lines like next time I stand strong, but next time comes and once again you're wrong. Shaking, sweating, folding at the first confidence. And your courage is a rumor with no documentation. Your whole identity is wishful thinking. Confidence evaporates the second your heartbeat starts sinking. You a plastic soldier pretending to command metal, but plastic melts fast when you heat up the kettle. And that's all I'm doing, turning the temperature up until your whole persona drips away, until even your shadow hesitates to stay. You fade like chalk drawings washed off in the rain. Try to stand firm, but your knees give way. You leave behind nothing but a fragile stain where you once pretended to matter in any way.
This ain't battle rap, this cremation with rhythm. Your soul tries to run, but your pride won't listen. Your identity splits like brittle timber under heat. Your heartbeat retreats, your ego will miss the feed. I don't bury you, I burn you in the smoke streams. Your entire existence dissolves at the edges of my schemes. You ain't a villain, you ain't a rival, you ain't a threat. You a ghost that ain't even formed enough to regret. You disintegrate like paper lanterns drifting in the fire. Your courage collapses like promises made by a liar. Your name crumbles into dust mid-syllable. Your legacy flickers thin, invisible. You're a cautionary tale written in pencil, faded before receiving erased. A hollow identity with no substance, no place. I strip your persona layer by layer, molecule by molecule, until nothing remains but the outline of a fool.
Yeah, now I scatter what's left of you. Tiny flakes of ego swirling in the breeze. Not ashes, too small for that. Just dust from a life lived weak at the knees. You dissolve like old ink washed from a stone. Disappear like a list of excuses you've outgrown. Your pride burns up like a flare in a storm, gone before the flame could even take form. You ain't someone I battled, you someone who vanished. You ain't a chapter I flipped through, you a page I never finished. Your spirit dissolves into smoke, thin and frantic. Your legacy evaporates so fast it looks like magic. By the time the beat stops, there ain't even memory left. Not a scrap, not a whisper, not a breath. You don't exist in the aftermath. You're just a blank space carved by aftermath. Clown, now you're not buried, you're not burned, you're gone. Cremation complete. Not a trace of you left to grieve. Not even smoke sticking to the air. You fade from existence, and the world keeps moving without noticing you were ever there.